the past watching videos of us. I have been trying to get rid of your stuff, but voices in my head are
Good evening. I just wanted to jump on here for a few minutes to encourage y'all. I don't know who this is for, but whatever you're going through, it's just you're going through it. You're gonna come through it stronger than ever. Don't quit. I know it seems difficult, and you can't find no help nowhere. Everybody that you've been there for, you reaching out to them, they're not helping you. You can't find anyone to talk to. But don't quit. Don't quit, because you're that close to your breakthrough. All you got to do is hold on a little tighter. I know it's rough. I know it's rough. Don't quit. I had to endure some things some years ago. I didn't think I was gonna make it. But I did. I was homeless. I lost my job. I was going through a divorce. Child support, all that. I mean, and all that hit me at one time. It was like a domino effect. And I thought about I thought about killing myself, but thank God I didn't. God put people in place. He put things in place that that I focused on during those difficult times. Going through a storm is how you are before going through a storm that will determine how you come out of one. Because like I said, I was tough. And I just focused on those small victories that I had in my life that propel me to do better things. Like I said, my wife won't divorce me. She would make it difficult for me to see my kids. Again, I said I was homeless, sleeping in my car, working jobs, still going to my job, still going to school, because I was in college. I was working on my bachelor's degree, and no one knew I was homeless, because it was none of their business. And I just stayed focused, because I made a promise to my sister that I was going to finish my education, and that's what I was focused on, finishing my education. Like I said, I could have gave up. But I didn't, because I knew what was on the other side. Because had I quit, then I wouldn't be where I am today. So you have to be mindful. You have to surround yourself with people that are going to invest in you, and that's going to support you and push you. You can't, if you want better in life, you can't stick around with the people that don't want nothing out of life. All they want to do is get up early in the morning, go sit on the corner, and drink alcohol and smoke weed. It's more to life than that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, I mean, that's what you want to do. I said, but if you want better, you can't be around people that's just settling for just enough, paycheck to paycheck, just enough to get by for that day. That don't want better, just basically have given up on life. Because how can you give up on life? How can you say you want better, but you're afraid to do it? You're afraid to even take one step to pursue better. Those cats don't want none out of life. You know, you're much better than that. You're much more than that. You know, but I'm not saying that going through living is going to be easy. No, your life is not going to be easy. You're going to have folks that are going to walk out on you. You're going to have jobs that's going to terminate you. You're going to have friends that's going to betray you. You know, you're going to have family members going to betray you. But your number one priority during those times is to keep going. Don't quit. Don't focus on them. Don't worry about them leaving. You let them do them. They're doing their job. They're trying to deter you from pursuing or finishing your purpose. You keep on going and don't look back. Start reading you a book. Find you some motivational books. Listen to motivational speeches. That's going to motivate you. That's going to empower you to finish the course. Because I know it was one particular book that I found. It was As a Man Thinketh. And that book saved my life. That book empowered me so that all that stuff, I started embracing what I went through in order to propel me to where I need to go. I couldn't quit. I didn't have a quitting bone in my body. My mom didn't raise me to be a quitter. I didn't care what people said about me. You know, yeah, they laughed at me. They laughed at me. They thought I wouldn't go finish what I had to do. You know, they called me crazy, stupid, a fool. All of it. I heard it. I heard it all. But none of that mattered to me when I was focused. A focused man is a dangerous man because he can't be distracted by anything. And you have to surround yourself with people that's like-minded like you, that want something out of life. You know, don't get distracted by users, people that only want something from you and never put anything in you. Avoid those people. They're not good for you. They're going to hinder you. You can't had I known back then, had I known then what I know now, a lot of choices that I made, I never would have made them. I would have been so focused on building pursuing my purpose. I wouldn't even worry about getting married, having kids and all that. I mean, I'm not saying that, there's something wrong with, I'm not proud of my kids, but I would have made, I think I would have prolonged having kids up until the point I, did what I had to do of pursue some things that I wanted to pursue. You can't be out here allowing folks to dictate your life, plan your life for you. That's your life. You create it and you make it out to be whatever you want. Stop living your life based on someone else's perception. Like I set out to write some books, and I did. I wrote 4 books to be exact, and I have 2 or 3 more. Just they're already done. Anything you set your mind to, you can do it. Just like I set out to create this podcast, and I did. I designed the back. I created all that because I set my mind to it. I was focused, and I pursued it. Yeah, I got. You're gonna get frustrated, but by you being frustrated don't mean you quit. You give up. Yeah, your wife may have left you, your husband may have left you, your kids talking, disrespecting you, talking down to you, talking, saying evil things about you. Family members may have betrayed you, walked out on you. They did that to you. Don't you walk out on you. You make them regret doing what they did to you. Don't get bitter. You get better. Because I had some people say some evil things about me. Talked about me like a dog. A lot of them don't even think I know what they said. But it didn't matter to me. They weren't going to stop me from doing what I had to do. So you keep pursuing what you desire for your life. If you desire to go back to school, go back to school. You desire to open up a business, open up that business. You desire to have a better relationship with your kids, you do that. You have the power to make your life better. Break some generational curses. I never knew my daddy, but I made it a point that I was going to be there for my kids. My kids was going to know me. And they can pick up the phone and call me. And I did. All my kids are grown now. And I was set on breaking that generational curse. Because it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair that I had to grow up without my dad, but I was going to make sure that my kids was going to grow up with me. They was going to know me. But the hardest thing I ever had to endure, was being out of the house from my kids. I made peace with the divorce. That was over with. But what hurt me the most was being away from my kids. Even though that marriage was over with, me being a father was still intact, and I still had to be there for my kids. So whatever you want out of life, it's not going to be easy. It's going to feel like damn near impossible. But I'm telling you, it's possible. You set your mind to it. Pray to God. Whatever you have to do, whatever your belief system is, you do that. And I'm telling you that you will be able to accomplish any and everything that you set out to do. Because I'm a living witness. I did. And I never lost sight of who I was. Because going into a storm, if you don't know who you are before the storm, you're gonna be totally lost going through the storm and coming out. Because you ain't gonna have a clue as to who you are. A person that's going in the storm, and that's coming out of the storm, we're all the same. We're no better. But your ultimate goal is to learn while you're in that storm. So when you get out, you can, it'll make you a better person. And you won't be easily distracted or sidetracked again when something else comes. But you have to master those lessons, those life lessons. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to go through the same thing until you master what life has to offer. Life is a teacher. And as long as you don't make a satisfactory grade with the situation and circumstance that you go through, you're going to continue to go through until you master, until you get a passing grade. So whenever a problem comes, don't run from it. Don't try to avoid the problem. You embrace the problem, because there's a lesson that you have to learn that tied into that problem. So no need to run when you confronted with a problem. Don't run. Don't try to avoid it. You run straight to it, because there's a lesson to learn that's tied up in that problem. And then once you go through that problem, you can mark that off your list. And it's supposed to make you better. You gotta understand, people come and go. Life happens. But nothing in life is a coincidence. So you just have to, you just have to embrace what comes. And then you just buckle down and fight. Then once you come out of that, once you get through fighting, you should be a better person because of that, what you had to go through. So like, share, and subscribe to my channel. As I said before, whatever you do, do it better. Good night.
Love me like that. Love me like